This is my chance. Can this work? In case this doesn't work, I have another life. Hollywood superstar Kevin Costner. His acting, politics, and lavish lifestyle impress fans. Many believe if you can afford it, buy comfort. But taking those comments literally usually comes with a price, sometimes a devastating one. With Costner, it's not just about comfort, but also taking risks and not caring about the consequences. Do you know his fate? What does Costner spend a lot on? This video explores Kevin Costner's absurd lifestyle. Costner, extravagant life, the start of everything. Kevin Costner has been dealing with personal concerns, job issues, decisions, and his lavish spending lifestyle. Over the years, Costner worked hard and achieved a lifestyle most can only dream about. Owns estates, multi-million-dollar investments, and other properties. He lived well, divorced several times, yet strives to be a good father. Do you realize that all of these involve financial risks, personal sacrifices, and serious commitment to his own projects? But these things also cracked Kevin Costner's wall recently. Do you know Costner's situation? Especially after his movie Horizon, an American saga, failed after he invested a lot of money in it. Due to his divorce from Christine, he must pay monthly child support. Keep watching. Very much to unpack in this story. Let's begin with everything. Many thought it was from his early acting days. Let's examine the events. Kevin Costner didn't live like we do. He was born in Linwood, California, on January 18, 1955. Mother Sharon Ray was a charity worker, and father William Costner was an electrician who worked for Southern California Edison. Kevin's childhood was regular. However, his family moved around California for his father's job. Early Costner's life was average but unglamorous. He was introverted and failed to fit in at school due to the numerous movements. That will affect kids. Despite the chaos, one thing was apparent. He loved storytelling and had a vivid imagination. He started composing poetry and considered writing. But acting? This wasn't relevant till later. In college, Costner studied business administration at California State University, Fullerton. This seemed far from Hollywood. His collegiate years introduced him to acting. He began taking acting classes in his senior year at Fullerton. His emphasis change wasn't easy. He was caught between a secure business career and a risky fantasy. On a flight to Mexico, he encountered Richard Burton by chance. This meeting with the famous actor made him commit to acting. After meeting Burton, he abandoned his marketing job and pursued acting, even if it entailed financial hardship. Kevin Costner had a difficult path to success. His early Hollywood years were filled with tiny gigs, auditions, and rejection. His first real role was in Sizzle Beach, USA, a softcore picture he'd rather forget. The film was released after he was famous, yet it helped launch his career. He worked odd jobs like truck driving and fishing boat employment to make ends meet. This moment in Costner's life wasn't glamorous or challenging, but it was crucial. His triumph wasn't certain. He worked hard for it. He spent years in modest apartments, taking acting workshops, and perfecting his skill, hoping for that one break that would launch him to glory. The Major Chill gave Costner his first major break in 1983. Lawrence Kasdan directed this play. The film was about college friends reuniting after a death. Costner was going to appear in flashbacks as Alex, the dead friend. In an unfortunate twist, all his scenes were deleted from the final film, leaving him without a line of dialogue or screen presence. The blow hit Costner hard. He used it to move forward instead of giving up. After being disillusioned, he kept chasing his dream. He encouraged himself as he auditioned for minor roles, knowing his big break was still ahead. Silverado, another Lawrence Kasdan film, gave Costner his big break in 1985. Costner stayed instead of leaving because it was the same director. He capitalized on this Western film, which he had been waiting for. He played Jake, a charming but irresponsible cowboy. The film was popular. His performance was excellent. He became famous in Hollywood after the film's popularity. In an instant, Costner went from struggling actor to promising rising celebrity. Silverado gave Costner opportunities, but he remained cautious. He chose his roles wisely, pairing himself with good screenplays and directors. This tactic worked, and Costner became a leader by the late 1980s. The 1987 Brian De Palma film The Untouchables was Costner's second big blockbuster. It starred Costner as Elliot Ness, legendary lawman who overthrew Al Capone. The role was a change from his cowboy roles, yet it showed his range. Costner gained followers after The Untouchables was a movie office blockbuster and acclaimed for his performance. Of course, critics attended. This film established his Hollywood stardom. Not only a rising star, he arrived. Finally, gradual steps after years. Always succeed if you don't quit your craft. His untouchable success allowed him to demand larger compensation and chose his projects more freely. Costner's lifestyle began to mirror his success at this point. He bought a large Aspen, Colorado ranch. He avoided Hollywood pressures there. Initially, that was good. If comfortable, pay for it. Let's see how things went. He became famous for his passion of horseback riding and fishing, and his ranch became a luxurious retreat. Kevin Costner directed Dances with Wolves in 1990, a risky debut. It was no ordinary flick. Costner directed and starred in this epic western. It cost almost $22 million to make the picture. This was a lot for a directorial debut. Many in Hollywood doubted Costner could succeed. Dances with Wolves was successful. Box office success for the picture. It received 12 Academy Award nominations and won 7, including Best Picture and Best Director for Costner. He was revered in Hollywood after this accomplishment. As an actor and filmmaker, following Dances with Wolves' success, Costner's lifestyle got increasingly lavish. He was now a Hollywood superstar with all the perks. Costner bought several properties, including a California coastal property and a huge Santa Barbara estate. He enjoyed fancy cars, private jets, and exotic vacations. Although luxurious, Costner stayed grounded in many respects. He sometimes retreats to his ranch for privacy. After Dances with Wolves, Costner won again with Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves in 1991. Despite mixed reviews, the picture grossed over $390 million worldwide. Costner's portrayal of the criminal earned him stardom. This was Costner's peak fame. One of Hollywood's highest-paid performers. Was big. He charged millions per picture. His lifestyle reflected success. Besides his mansions and real properties, he owned half of the Midnight Star Casino in Deadwood, South Dakota, and operated a restaurant. Costner's career had ups and downs, like everyone. They spent a lot on Waterworld in 1995, but it bombed at the box office. Was widely criticized. Costner's opulent lifestyle continued despite these obstacles, but they hurt his career. His Hollywood reputation suffered from reviewers' suspicions. However, Costner remained influential. He kept making movies, acting, and running businesses. The drama and highs of his job also affected his personal life. Costner divorced Cindy Silva, his first wife, publicly in 1994 after 16 years. The settlement was one of Hollywood's most expensive. The settlement reportedly cost $80 million. However, this financial blow continued. His indulgences. Despite these obstacles, Costner recovered. He starred in and directed The Postman and Open Range and took up music. Costner struggled throughout his 1994 divorce from Cindy Silva after his early Hollywood stardom. That was emotionally and financially demanding. And that $80 million settlement was a lot then and today. Costner moved on and found another lovely relationship. But did it last? Costner married model and handbag designer Christine Baumgartner in 2004. First off, you two look great on date night. Celebrating with peers, how are we? Yes, that feels good. When you enter this business, you're frequently around many people. Unemployed people, you know. Gazing at all the job-seeking actors. I feel glad that I got lucky and was in several things that stood the test of time during that phase of my career. Being part of a recognized show makes you feel fantastic. Before finding happiness, he divorced Bridget Rooney again. Costner and Rooney had a brief relationship in the mid-1990s after his split from Silva. They had a son named Liam, and while Costner supported Liam, his relationship with Rooney did not last. They parted ways amicably, but it was still a difficult time in his personal life. I just can't. Costner's parenthood ethic was unaffected by his romantic ups and downs. His children have always had a caring and devoted father, and understanding themselves and the three littles. From his first marriage to Cindy, his son with Bridget Rooney, and his children with Christine. Costner married Christine Baumgartner in a grandiose ceremony at his Aspen Ranch in 2004 and seemed to have found lifelong bliss. The situation seemed fine. While being a decent father, he thrived professionally. He didn't want work and fatherhood to conflict. Unfortunately, the marriage ended. From Kevin Costner's recent life development, word has spread that he may go bankrupt. That sounds terrible and sad. Really, what happened? Stay tuned as we investigate. Kevin Costner near bankruptcy. Naturally, Kevin Costner is famous in Hollywood. He has made and starred in many films. He should have saved a lot for a crisis, but we never know what tomorrow brings. Kevin Costner is in a dire financial situation that many find hard to believe. Due to his passion project Horizon, Costner is near bankruptcy despite a successful career. He committed $38 million in a 4-part Western epic named An American Saga. In addition to money, he worked hard. I'm sad you won't be in Yellowstone anymore. I enjoyed making that. Costner loved the idea, but it hurt his finances. Costner admitted in an interview that his massive Horizon investment was risky. Indeed, things are at stake, he said. Despite the financial danger, he stuck to his vision. Horizon Saga is about the Civil War and westward expansion. Costner considers this a legacy effort, not simply another picture. He worked hard for that. Costner mortgaged his 10-acre Montecito coastal property to support this operation. Was big. He probably knows what's at stake, but his commitment to the project caused financial difficulty. I want to remember what drives me and what I want to do, Costner stated. He loved this movie, especially its ideas. That motivated his tremendous financial risk. In the Horizon narrative, fans get a direct glimpse at the hardships and conflicts of a key time in American history. Horizon missed its box office goals despite his efforts. It failed to meet expectations despite Costner's large investment. The picture, meant to be a smash hit, won critical acclaim at Cannes but failed economically. In its initial weekend, the picture made $11 million, a poor return on its $100 million production cost. Costner is hurt by this shortage. He worries about funding the remaining series segments. Costner faces other financial issues besides Horizon. Personal issues have complicated his condition. The reported divorce of Costner and Christine Baumgartner has put financial pressure on the actor. Costner must pay nearly $248,000 in child support as part of the divorce. That's massive. With Horizon and his finances in flux, Costner's luxury lifestyle and passion project are tugging him in separate directions. Costner's financial problems have affected his real estate, especially his Santa Barbara estate. Costner's divorce and Horizon venture have put his magnificent mansion, a symbol of his Hollywood glory, at peril. The remaining saga portions have been delayed, according to reports. This demonstrates Costner's troubles. These complex issues have wreaked havoc on the actor, leading to concerns about whether he can sustain his lifestyle or must sell assets to exist. You can't blame Costner for self-confidence. Who will believe in you if not you? Costner has always been a fantastic Western director. His previous effort, Dances with Wolves, established his genre reputation. Horizon is unique. Costner's Horizon focused on the human stories that shaped the American frontier, unlike other Westerns. He disliked Westerns because they were sometimes foolish or too black hat, white hat, expressing his disgust with genre portrayals. Costner wanted Horizon to be distinct, depicting both the violence and turmoil of the time and the humanity in it. Despite his creative vision, Costner ignored financial advice. Insiders say many well-wishers advised him against investing too much in Horizon, especially considering the hazards of a large-scale enterprise. However, Costner stuck to his choice. These warnings appear prescient today that he wants creative control and to tell the story his own. Do you think Paramount or Taylor Sheridan is disrespecting you, Kevin? This is my chance. Can this work? And if we can't make this work, I do have another life. As the movie's first box office performance was poor, so apparently the future of the series is uncertain. In all these happening for Costner, the measure of success isn't purely financial. He has repeatedly emphasized that his goal for Horizon was to create something that would resonate with audiences on a deeper level. Success for me is people saying, I saw a really good movie last night, and I know there's another one coming. I want to see it again, and I want to share it, Costner explained. His hope is that despite the financial challenges, Horizon will find an audience that appreciates the complexity of its storytelling and the importance of the themes it explores. Unfortunately, the financial realities cannot be ignored. With Horizon underperforming at the box office and no clear path to recouping his investment, Costner is left in an extremely bad position. The actor himself has admitted that he doesn't want to continue bearing the financial load on his own. I don't want to keep doing this, he said, expressing a desire to find a financial partner to help support the remaining installments of Horizon. However, securing additional funding for a project that has already struggled commercially may prove to be a difficult task. The fallout from Horizon has also come at a very bad time. His separation from Christine Baumgartner has exposed the couple's lavish spending habits, which included millions of dollars spent annually on homes, private travel, and luxurious vacations. Court filings revealed that while Costner earns approximately over $19 million per year, much of that income is squandered in the family's extravagant expenses. With Christine claiming to spend over $6 million in annual expenses, the financial toll of the divorce, combined with the losses from Horizon, has pushed Costner to the brink. So it's not just Horizon's failure that put him in a tight spot, but years of spending lavishly. As Costner is going through this difficult period, fans and industry insiders are wondering what the future holds for the actor. Will he be able to complete his vision for Horizon, or will the financial strain force him to abandon the project? Will he be able to bounce back from these setbacks, or are we witnessing the twilight of a Kevin Costner's career? Would anyone support the project? From the look of things, it's close to being a commercial failure, as it didn't even reach close to expectations. Like $100 million was put into that project, so it will be pretty hard to get a sponsor. But in all, Kevin Costner is a man driven by passion. His commitment to telling the stories that matter to him has led him to take risks that few in his position would be willing to take. Whether those risks will pay off in the long run, we don't know. But for now, Costner is facing financial troubles. This is the high stakes that come with following one's dreams, even for a Hollywood icon. It happens to everyone. It's part of the things we experience in life. Well, only time knows what fate has for Kevin Costner. What are your thoughts on Kevin's strong will? Drop it in the comments section below. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more. Also, click the next video shown on your screen. You will enjoy it.